Hello, Odilia.
Hi, Sammy.
I think we're on. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to chat with you guys in the comments. Oh, we see so many jewelry addicts tuning in. Hi, Nellie.
Yay. Hello. Galveston, another Texas girl. Woo. I'm in
Hi,
San Antonio, Nellie. Woo-hoo.
he's in the house. We got Jacksonville, Florida. Where are you guys tuning in from? Actually, we would love to hear that. I'm going to put this on. Welcome to our masterclass. Who are you? Where are you tuning in from? We are streaming from a ton of places. So also let us know where you are tuning in from. If you are tuning in from Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn. Oops. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I was testing it out on, so there's actually a link that you can go to that you can open it up on your phone. You can open it up on your laptop. So I'm glad that's working. But let us know where you're tuning in from. And Odilia, where are you tuning in from tonight?
I am in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Woo.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely 103 degrees here. I'm actually like burning up, but you can't tell. I'm trying to be, I'm sparkly to match my sparkly earrings.
Can we see those a little up close and personal?
Yes, these are my newest Lawrence Verba, which I collect. Yes, hello.
Hi, Graciela. Oh gosh, those are amazing.
Aren't they amazing? Hi, Graciela. Yes, they are my latest Lawrence Verba. One of my favorites. Woo-hoo.
Welcome, Charlotte. This is so awesome. I'm so happy to see so many of you guys tuning in live. You made the right decision because tuning in live means you're most likely going to absorb everything that we're here to share with you tonight.
Yes.
And we have a very special offer at the end. So if you guys are busy, if you're like, hey, I got to go do something, please just tune in wherever you are, maybe with like a, iPod bud, and you can like walk around with your phone. Don't leave until the very end. And if you're tuning into the replay, let us know by commenting either on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or by writing back to the email that we're going to send you guys, because you will all get the replay link. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we got Illinois in the house tuning in from the link.
Hello.
Woo! This is so awesome. This is so.
Hello, Martina. Is that Martina or Martha? I missed it. Hi, thank you, Sammy. Hello.
Hollywood name, Martina Mooney.
That is super Hollywood name.
Super Hollywood name. Oh my gosh. So we've already kind of asked this question, but if you are tuning in, you didn't answer. We're gonna wait just a few more minutes just to make sure that people can join the live. They can get their earbuds, they can get comfortable so that they can stay on until the very end. But Odilia and I have been working very hard on this masterclass, and we really believe in it. And so we're really grateful that you guys believe in yourselves enough to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had you open in windows. Yes, I'm very loud. So if you have me open in 2 windows, I can only imagine. Awesome. All right. So I'll ask another question. Who here is already a vintage jewelry reseller? Let's get a quick show of hands. I'm going to add this live. 1 second. Now, if you're not already a vintage jewelry reseller, that is okay. This is also for brand new vintage jewelry sellers. But if you are a seller, trust me, you will benefit from tonight's masterclass. So let us know. Oh, wow. Oh, you all are. This is great. This is so awesome. Nellie, we would love to have you join our community as a seller. Yeah, Chelsea. Okay, cool. Cherie's here from Facebook. Hi, Cherie.
Hi, Cherie.
Hi, Elaine. Long time but new seller. Long time collector but new seller. I think that's what Elaine is saying. Okay, cool, guys. Yeah. This is so great. So we are about to get started because it is 8:05 And this will be about 90 minutes. And so we don't want to take up any more of your time. We know that you guys have things to do, right? But you have education to gain. You get to meet the amazing Odilia. I always do this wrong. If you have not met her before, I'm going to shout her out really quickly. She's been my partner in crime, building educational products, coaching products, live sale courses. She's gone live with me multiple times, live on her own, to just really try to empower our sellers, our members, our collectors, our buyers, just to have more fun and to have more knowledge about buying and selling vintage clothing and accessories. And since I launched Vintage Jewelry Addicts on January 1st, we are going really hard with supporting our vintage jewelry sellers. And Odilia has been a jewelry seller 4 years. She's very passionate, very much an expert about it. And to be honest with you, she is the inspiration that I launched the community, because I saw how successful she was and how many people she reached with her vintage jewelry collection. And I was like, there has to be something about this vintage jewelry stuff.
Yeah.
So Odilia and I will be co-leading tonight's training. I'm going to open us up and close us out. She's going to talk us through the 5 mistakes that she sees vintage jewelry resellers make.
I think it's when you saw me, I think it's when you watched me shop for vintage jewelry in New York that you were like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait, what's going on here? You were like, yeah, this is potentially this much. And you bought it for like $10. And it was like so easy and so fast and so accessible. But yeah, vintage jewelry, I will say, from someone who's been in the industry, as well as Odilia, it's a growing niche. I don't think it's established at all. And so there's a lot of room, and there's just a lot of opportunity. So if you are a new seller in any sense of the form, I want you to know that there's a place for you in this industry. And that's what Odilia and I are also going to offer you tonight. So if you are ready to get started, let us know in the comments, okay? Let us know with like, I'm ready, let's go. Whatever, drop an emoji. If you're ready, let us know. I want to see at least 3 people let us know that they are ready. I see that Geneva's here. Hi, Geneva. Thank you for tuning in, my love.
Hey, Geneva.
Thank you so much. Catherine's ready. Nellie's ready. I want to see what Geneva's ready. Okay, we have 3 people who are ready. All right, I'm going to remove this ticker from the bottom so that we are distraction free. So welcome. And I just saw Facebook like. I do appreciate that. If you guys are watching on Facebook, just to like so that more people can see this who might not have signed up. So welcome. This masterclass was designed for you, but we went with an angle. 5 potentially costly mistakes you're making when selling jewelry live and how to stop them. And I'm going to add an addendum and how to make more money, right? How to stop these mistakes and make more money. All right. I already asked this question, so I'm going to go over it really quickly. But if you haven't answered, have you hosted a vintage jewelry live sale before? Yes or no? And anywhere applies. That can be Whatnot, Poshmark Live, eBay Live, Facebook Live, your own Instagram account, wherever. Let us know in the comments. We'd like to know where your experience lies. So vintage jewelry collectors, vintage jewelry addicts, vintage jewelry hobbyists, this masterclass is for you. If you like vintage jewelry, this masterclass is for you. And I'm really looking forward to you guys learning from us tonight. So let us know also in the comments if any of these statements resonate with you. Okay, these are kind of negative statements, so just bear with me. We're very positive people, but we understand that this is what might be going through your head when you're hosting a live sale. And this could also apply to clothing as well. Do you show up for a live sale asking yourself, I hope, I pray that I can make some real money? Because I got to pay my bills. I actually used to feel that way living in New York City because it was the struggle bus. Do you ever wrap a live sale and you're like telling yourself, oh, I hope that was okay. I wish I had more time to prep for it this time the right way. And you're like, oh, I should have prepped more. And then have you ever thought to yourself, like actually during a live sale and you're like, oh my God, I'm not selling anything. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? You're looking for the solds and they're nowhere to be found. And you get in your head.
Yeah.
And you attract no sales because you get in your head. It's okay if you have felt this way, because I have felt this way myself, right? We've all felt this way at some point. So I'm going to just check the comments really quickly. Oh, I see you guys have sold everywhere. Etsy, Whatnot, Clothing Lifestyle, eBay, Whatnot and Quirky page. Amazing. Graciela is being honest. Graciela, I want to thank you for being honest, because it does take a lot of courage to admit that, but it's normal. What we're going to really, talk to you guys about tonight is that, you will continue to spin your wheels until you get support from people who can tell you what you're doing wrong. Odilia and I are both very straight shooters, and we have this education to solve your problems, not to continue to sell you more things because we want to sell you more things. We want you to have your problem solved, to understand what you're doing wrong, and to make more money for a lifetime. So we're really grateful that you guys are here. Okay, so new sellers, never sold sellers, seasoned live sellers, you guys are about to get some kernels of wisdom if you've never sold before getting started. So I meet a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm so nervous, I don't want to do this. I'm glad you're here if you're listening in, because you're going to get the motivation you need to get started. Now, you're also going to gain an understanding of the possibilities of live jewelry selling for your resale income bottom line. Again, back to why I started Vintage Jewelry Addicts. When you have sellers who show 40 items and they sell 30 of them, they have a sell-through rate of 30 of them. I think Odilia once, she sold 35 out of 40. You just have to go, wait a second. There's something to this vintage jewelry thing. So I want you, wherever you are as a reseller, maybe you've never done jewelry before, to really tune in to understand the possibilities of adding jewelry to your resale career. And then also, we want you to tune in because we have some very special offers just for you guys at the end of this masterclass. So tune in until the end. Okay. So Odilia and I, again, we partnered together a long time ago, 2022. We're coming on 2 years, and we have encountered a lot of clients in doing our work together. A lot of questions, right? You've gotten a lot of like DMs, Odilia, like late night DMs.
Yes.
And it's, because there's a lot of questions. We understand. We understand, and we have the insights to support you. So we're going to just put it out there for you guys and just, again, show you what's possible with the power of resale and jewelry resale. So my name is Sammy. If you've never met me before, I go by Sammy. My full name is Samantha. And I started a buy-sell community called Vintage Boss Babes in 2020. January 1st, launched Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Both of these are on Facebook, and also built out a platform called Vintage Jewelry Addicts using a software called District, which is very similar to Whatnot, where any sellers and buyers can participate in live sale auctions. Okay. So my District platform for Vintage Jewelry Addicts, collectively, since we started, we have the results. You can see them right here. We've sold over $27,000 in inventory. My personal goal is that we hit $100,000 at the end of this year. And then I took the liberty of showing you guys my 2023 QuickBooks. So you can see that my entire resale income, if you guys go to the lower right-hand corner, was about $41,000 plus maybe another $3,000 that was just under the table. So all said and done, about $45,000. Now, there are sellers who sell $100,000. There are sellers who sell $10,000. We show you these numbers because it's real money. What real money is to you is up to you. I know a lot of people, $27,000 is their income for the year. $45,000 is their income for the year. But what would this money look like to you? What would another $10,000 a year look like to you? What would another 25, whatever that number is, possibilities are here for you with resale. And Odilia, who's about to introduce herself, and I'm going to just kind of speak for her for a second. She has been a very established seller since the year 2000. She came to Vintage Boss Babes and started hosting live sales, and her resale career changed forever. So Odilia, take it away. Tell us more about yourself.
Okay. Sorry, that very loud dropping of my earring. Yes. So, I started on Vintage Boss Babes a few years ago, a couple years ago after the pandemic. And I still have the highest dollar amount of any one live sale. I've had that for almost 2 years now. So someone needs to come break that on that page. But I have been selling vintage fashion accessories for over 20 years. And jewelry became a part of that, obviously, in the accessories part, but I really kind of deep dove into the jewelry in the last 5 years. But I was one of those people that was like, I started in the early days of eBay where everything was sort of static. You put your items up and you're like, somebody look at it, just somebody see them. And I mean, for years, I was like, if I could just have some platform, because I would do like vintage fashion shows or like pop-ups, and I'd sell and I'd bring all this stuff and people would buy it and be like, great. If there was some way that I could just get my stuff out there more, all in one big snap, if I could just show everybody my stuff in one big, and then guess what? Boom, I came upon the live sales, and I knew I was going to take to it. I just knew that's what I was looking for. That was the solution, and it was amazing. And like my first live sale, I did about $400 during the sale, and I was really irritated because I thought I should do so much more my first one. And with the after sales, which I will talk about later, they ended up being closer to a little over 600. And I was like, okay, I get it. And after that, I understood very quickly about protecting. And I say this a lot when I'm coaching. I understood very quickly, like right away, my rule number 1, which was about protecting my greatest asset during a live sale, which is my time. You can only put so many items in so much time. And so you have to be very deliberate about your time and your steps. And I talk about that a lot in my coaching, protecting your most valuable asset, which is time. And I believe I always check my sell-through rate every so often. I believe my most recent sell-through rate is averaging, like my mean sell-through rate for those math people is 34 out of 40 items. So, I mean, I do know, I know what I'm doing, but it is a very deliberate steps before and during my live sale, which are not magic or brain surgery. They can literally, it's just being very deliberate, again, about protecting your time. And one of the things that I've done when I hit 20 years, a couple years ago, I had a big live sale with all month. My live sales had big balloons in the back that said 20. And I was just like celebrating it, and I'm so excited about it. But I've had the opportunity to like step back a little, and I'm just doing the occasional live sale and really concentrating on some of the other things. Like I consign with Sammy and some other ladies here in town, and I coach and I write content with Sammy to help new and current sellers, jewelry sellers, and vintage sellers in general do better and make more money. And when we first came up with this type of masterclass, we did one, was it last year, Sammy? I think that was our first one. Mm-hmm. It was entitled Vintage Jewelry for the Fashion Seller. And it's just because I love vintage fashion. It is my first love. I'm wearing vintage right now. I love it. I love vintage designer. This is my jam. But jewelry is its whole other animal because, yes, it fits everybody. It's easy to pack. It's easy to sew. It's easy to shoot. And it's fun. Jewelry is really fun in a way that fashion is different from fashion. It doesn't involve much measuring. Everyone fits into these fabulous earrings.
Yeah.
That was a big deal with vintage fashion, which I still love. But we really decided to kind of like hone in on the vintage jewelry because it creates so much people are so almost not so much scared, but they're a little intimidated by the vintage jewelry. I love the vintage fashion, but I'm a little scared about jewelry because I don't know what it is all the time, and I freak out about selling it, and I really just took it as a way to deep dive into jewelry, and I love it. I do deep dive into some of my favorite jewelry dealers, but there's just in a way that is different from fashion, there's just so much to learn, right? Vintage jewelry, it seems like there's just this ever like growing flood of information on designers and eras and types and silhouettes and blah 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 in a way that even more so than fashion. So but we did call this masterclass, and we did call these particular lessons, they're centered for new sellers, but they're also centered at sellers for who are doing lives who really wish they were doing just a little bit more. Like, how do I tweak this? How do I do this better? And that's what we kind of want to compact this information for, because really, I did, if you can see, I did this interview with this podcaster, I guess last week or something. And she and I, we just started with, it's not brain surgery. I mean, honestly, anyone can do it. It just takes knowing a few rules, kind of honing your skills and honing your personality in, and like I said, taking care of your most important asset, which is time, and just following a few things and a few general guidelines. And really literally anyone can do it. And we're going to talk more about, like, when we get into the mistakes, we're going to talk about fear, which is really the biggest thing when people come in. I don't have your personality, Odilia. I don't have Sammy's personality. I don't have this or have that. And that really, it's completely irrelevant, because everyone has their own style, their own inventory, their own features, their own best, their own bright spots, their own stars. And that's what you bring to the table. I don't think I want to watch a live sale of somebody who is exactly like me. That would be, I really don't. I think that would be freaky. And I want to see, I like all these different personalities, but but you can follow the same basic guidelines and do really well. And and I'm not saying, one is better than the other. I'm just saying there is an opportunity for everyone, new or established or kind of in the middle, to make a little more money. And that's what it is about, right? And part of my stepping back and kind of semi-retiring has been about, I'm ready to give back some of the things that I've learned over the years. And I learned them the hard way. And it's not a bowl of sugar. It doesn't run out. We can all gain by sharing information in a way that we did. And that was kind of what we're talking about in the podcast too, how we come in an industry where we don't like to share information. We don't share our honey holes. We don't share our secrets. Well, the thing is, it's not 20 years ago or more than 20 years ago when I started, when there was such, yes, much more competition. The competition breeds demand. And the more we help each other, the more customers we get. And the more customers we get, the more buyers we have. And the more buyers we have, everyone sells. And I don't know, I love the idea of giving back, because in this industry, when I started, that was the antithesis of what I was taught. You keep your secrets to yourself and the competition. Well, that's not the environment that Sammy and I live in. I mean, I very much believe in, you got to give back to keep it. You've got to give it away to get more. And that's kind of what was the basis of our starting all this, correct?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's really important to remember too, that we're all collectors.
Yeah.
So when we help each other as sellers, we buy from each other.
I just sold all those last week, by the way. So
just sold all these last week. Yeah. These are some of your static postings from your personal page, right? From your personal,
right.
Selling your 20-year collection.
Yes. I took so long to think of that title. I'm selling my inventory from my 20 years, and it's called Odilia Sells Her Collection, because that's all I could think of.
Because you are a straight shooter. I love it.
I am a straight shooter. That's what it is.
So guys, I'm just going to jump in here. So, we just saw some static posts for sale. We're going to talk about why static posts are also important. This is a masterclass about live selling, but
yes,
they're together. And Odilia knows this, and she's going to share the why to encourage you so that you see the value of static posting. But let's just talk really quickly about the value of hosting live sales, especially for those of us that just do static posts, that just do eBay, that just do Etsy, that just set up at a flea market. So, Vintage Jewelry Addicts is a buy-sell marketplace. This applies anywhere. You're going to, build your brand as a live seller. You're going to be more visible and gain trust with potential customers. There's a phrase in marketing called know, like, trust. So I know you, and then I start to like you, and then I trust you, and then I give you my money. That is basically sales 101. And
Yeah.
live sales, holy, it just collapses a wall where that trust, it accelerates the trust. You reach new customers and form relationships. I see new customers come through our Facebook pages every single week, and you get the benefit of reaching new customers. You can also understand a marketplace in real time. I love live sales because I can see what's trending in the community in real time. And I can be like, oh, okay, for some reason, everyone wants owls. So, all right, let me go source this owl necklace because everyone wants owls. And so that helps you with your sourcing or what you're pulling from your inventory. Yeah. Most importantly, it's an easy opportunity to sell quickly. Let's talk about a flea market. Let's talk about a jewelry expo. You're going to be there for 6 hours. You're going to set up and break down, and you might make a certain dollar amount in that time. You can make the same dollar amount in an hour on a live sale. I have seen it. I have experienced it. Other people on this masterclass have also experienced it.
Without schlepping. I love that. That is it. Without schlepping your stuff.
Yeah, you're not schlepping. And the reason that it happens this way is because you have a 4D experience where you can really show the nooks and crannies of an item. And so it accelerates sales so much more than static posts, although static posts are important. So here are some of the common fears we hear. And if you guys feel like commenting like, oh, that's me, totally, this is a safe space. Your comments, like, we're not saving your comments. They will disappear.
Yeah.
We hear nerves on camera, not knowing what to sell. That I hear from a lot of people that have never sold before, who have just been like, oh, I've never been a live seller. I've never been a seller. I don't know what to sell. Not knowing how to price, not knowing their target customer. Okay. So maybe you're like, okay, I'm in this new space, but I don't really know who's buying. Comparing yourself to others. Do not compare yourself to Odilia or me. You are your own live seller. You have your own style. We already brought this up, but I'm just going to hammer this point down because you will relate to people that we can't. Right. Odilia does not have some of the same customers that other live sellers do. I'm sorry, Odilia. You actually don't have everyone.
No.
You don't appeal to everyone. And so what you have to offer could be really, really appreciated by the right customers. And then we hear not enough time and the belief that people don't care. All right. Which is so sad because one of the things I dislike in life one of the things that make me really sad about life is when people are lonely. So I would never want anyone to feel like people aren't going to care about them in our live sale community. So really quickly, I want to show you guys some success stories that just recently happened. These are live sellers that just popped into a brand new live selling community. That's Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Lee Owen sold 18. Melody Jones sold 7. That was her first live sale. She wanted to sell 10. So she sold 10. It was her first ever live sale, guys. Heidi Sorkarim, she is a very established live seller. Some of you may have bought from her before, but she has built herself, okay? You guys can do what Heidi does. She sold 65 items between 2 live sales like 2 weeks ago or something. It was absolutely incredible. I mean, do the math, guys. What is 65 times 20 average dollar amount? Maybe even 30. It's good. It's real money. Hashtag real money. Okay. And then we have Heather. She actually just sold today and she debuted like 2 weeks ago, crushed it. She sold 20 items today at 6 p.m. 20 items to people who may have never, ever met her before.
Today. Awesome.
They liked her stuff. And then here we have District, which is vintagejewelryaddicts.com, which is amazing for auctions because you can actually run auctions on items. You can sell things really quickly. So we have that opportunity for you. New live sellers start there all the time and do well. They do well. So just to fast forward, we're not here to sell you to sell on Vintage Jewelry Addicts. But the reason that we have this experience is because Odilia sells on my platforms. And I own these platforms, so I see what happens. I see what happens in everyone's live sale. So head on over to vintagejewelryaddicts.com if you're not a member. It's free to join. It's free to be a seller. You can host live sales. You can post items for sale. You can promote those items in the Facebook group. And then we actually have the Facebook group itself, which now is up to 14,000. At this time, it shows 13. It's very quickly growing. A lot of sales are happening there. You guys can just sign up for a membership. It's free for your first 30 days. And then you can go on to host live sales on our growing Vintage Jewelry Addicts live shopping page. So again, we understand your hesitations. Okay. I'm going to show this one more time. And then I want you to just like remove it from your brain. Just like pretend that you don't have any hesitations, because this is not a place to have hesitations. I hope you feel, after seeing those success stories, that this is possible for you. So of course we understand your hesitations, but what we will say, that could be happening for you is that you're not seeking educational insights. And the truth is that there's not a lot out there for jewelry. There's not a lot out there for vintage clothing. It's really word of mouth. Yeah. And so without seeking educational insights, you could keep making the same unconscious mistakes over and over again. And you dig this hole for yourself. And you're like, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to make $1,000 on a live sale. I can't do it, and that's just where we end up because we keep spinning our wheels. So that's why we created this masterclass for you. And I'm going to let Odilia hop into our mistakes, because she's really, Odilia is so good about getting right to the core of the matter. And these are mistakes that, again, if you feel like you do this, don't take it personal. It's just what we have realized overseeing dozens and hundreds of live sales, what people keep doing over and over again, and then they just quit, or they get to the next level. So Odilia, I'm going to have you take it away. Okay.
Okay. Hello again. I am Odilia. So I tend to just talk. I don't take a lot of notes. So I'm just really going by I'm going to see the title and just kind of blah, 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 and tell you what I know about this subject. And that's kind of what Sammy and I do. Just share, exactly, empower each other, share what we know. And actually while Sammy was talking, I was thinking about working from fear, but that means not starting from fear, and then actually working from fear while you're in the middle of a live. So we'll start with the former, which is what we touched on earlier. I can't do it. I don't have the right inventory. I don't have enough inventory. And please chime in. I'm not sure I can see the comments. I know Sammy can, but I think I can see the comments. Chime in if this is you, if this sounds familiar. But, I don't have that kind of personality. I don't like speaking in front of people. I get really nervous. Yes, Catherine, I get really nervous. I'm camera shy. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a little late in the game for me to be doing anything new. I've been doing this on Etsy or whatever for so many years. And I get that. I absolutely get that. But like I said, when I tell my folks when I'm coaching is, you don't have to be me. You don't have to be Sammy. You don't have to be anybody. First of all, you stop. I have too much inventory. There you go. I don't know what to pick. I don't have the right inventory. I am super not the right setup. Exactly. And what I talk about, for example, in my coaching, and I'm sorry if I go all over the place, but this is more of an informal kind of gathering. You need 4x6 or sometimes 6x6 for like a 4x6-ish space to do a live sale.
Yeah.
What's on the side, the mess you have on the other side. You don't even want to know what's on the side of my camera when I'm doing a live sale. The messy rack you have over here, no one cares. You just got to show me this one little space. Show us this one curated space, and that's your live sale. When I started doing live sales, I hadn't bought my condo yet. I have this fantastic 1970s condo I'm shooting from. I'm on the second floor. It's a 3.5 floor split level. My studio is on the third floor. I love this place. It's very 70s. When I started, I was still leasing my old townhouse that I was working out of my little dining room. And my first live sale, I put the camera on the other side of there was my dining room and a little bar and this galley-sized kitchen that I had the camera on the water spigot.
Oh no.
So that it looked like I had this big space behind me, and I set it up that way, and it was great. I used what I had, and it worked. And that's the point. There is no perfect setup. There is no, well, I don't have this. I actually do speak out in public and other parts of my life. So that part didn't bother me. But knowing, and let me tell you that my strong suit is buying to resell. I'm not great at the marketing stuff like Sammy. I don't keep the perfect inventory spreadsheets. I just don't. That's not, my space. My workspace can look like, oh my God, like a hurricane went through it. But picking, this is what, oh, good.
Yeah.
But picking, picking, sourcing, buying to resell, those are my strong suits. I have great taste and I feel really confident in it. But when I started, I was like, I don't think I have the right inventory. I don't know that I have enough of it. I don't know if I've got if it's enough. I don't know that I'm enough. And these are the thoughts that you just have to just get out of your head. Just get out of your head. This is literally something anyone can do. At any point in your journey, you can start. And you can start here and then you'll end up here on your next live sale. I mean, it grows like anything else, but there is really nothing stopping you from starting. Whatever your inventory, whatever your confidence level, it can be worked around. You start with what you have and you get better, just like anything else. So that those fears that keep you from starting, just like they keep us from starting all sorts of things, new jobs and diets or whatever, you just get rid of them because they're all almost irrational because anyone can do this. Anyone can start with what you have. And I love coaching people who haven't done enough, who feel like, watch my lifestyle, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I don't mean I pick it apart, but I love being that outside, those other eyes that go, here's how we can make you more money. But I really love new sellers who are like, I want to do it, but I can't. I don't think I can, because just watching them just take off, because it really is. Once you get that little spark, you're on. You love it. You want to make more money, and it's great. Now that leads me to mine is a tornado. Mine's a tornado. Woo, tornadoes. Sammy's a lot more organized than I am. But I mean, we all have our strong suits. That's not mine. And that's okay. I work with what I have. And it doesn't show in my live sale. Now, right. God forbid the camera accidentally reversed and you see my racks. But you know what? I work with what I have and it works for me. That's why everybody's got their own strong suit. Now let me just jump back to mistake when I'm working from fear. There's also something I see in live sales, and this is something I talk about in my coaching, is panic selling, which is also has to do with fear. I'm not selling. Oh my God, I'm in the middle of a live sale. And then you run completely off script and start slashing your prices. Or, oh my God, the worst thing I see is I see someone who hasn't sold something in 6 rounds, 6 items. And so they go, so this one it was going to be $95. It was going to be, let's say it was going to be $95, or it's now $175 because they need to make it up. It was going to be $25. It's $85. No, all that has to do with fear. Yeah. And those things can be conquered with the right preparation and the right preparation is key, but also just knowing, keeping your vibe, staying on script. And these all have to do with fear and panic, and we won't get further into that. But yes, it's you get scared, you get panicky, and you go off script. And I watch that, and I watch people's lives, and I can see the minute they do that, and it's really hard to get back on track. But that's where sometimes it helps to have a coach and to have some basic rules to follow so that you don't get there. All right, let's go to number 2, which we just talked about, lack of preparation. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say right off the bat, we are all human, okay? I have come from out of town, or, my mother is elderly. I've taken care of her. Now we're having a facility. She is like my world. I still take care of her. I've been, I spent the day in a hospital, and then gone straight to a live sale. Now, guess what? Sammy, did I or did I not do 2 live sales over the last few years with COVID? Yes.
You did, and you finally did cancel for one.
I did cancel the one. That's right. I did cancel the one when I was,
You had COVID 3 times.
I had COVID 3 times. The last one, I was a little too, it was a little too gross. But
Yeah.
I did do with COVID. And the point is, we're all human. Things happen. We don't always have things happen. We don't always have the exact time. We cannot measure everything. Everything we meant to do before the live sale, we didn't get to it. We're human. It's this is a live action in our lives type thing. But if you follow some basic prep across the board, it just makes your life go smoother and your life smoother, and you make more money.
You do.
And that could, when I'm measuring, let's talk about when now, it's a little different with jewelry because I always have something right there, a measuring instrument ready to go. Look, this is a full 7 inches. It's a little different, for example, when you're doing clothing. Okay, we have to have the measurements. But when I'm prepping my jewelry, when I'm prepping my clothing or whatever, when I'm getting those earrings set up, yes, absolutely. Not so much right now. I'm going to just kind of gloss over it. It's more that I do in coaching, but yes, the most important things are the research. When I'm prepping my pieces, when I'm getting them out, I'm not surprised by anything I pull out.
Right.
Everything has been curated specifically for that sale. And I'll just be honest with you. One of the things I like to do when I'm coaching is talk about basic prep and things like that. And this is not for everybody, but the people that do it just do better, is I will do a second, I do another coaching session before somebody does their live that is specifically for, let me see what you want to sell. Let's talk about what you're going to sell, why, what we're thinking about pricing it. And I get very real about it, because the fact is, half of your sale is about what you have curated for that sale. And I'll get more into that. But research, we're talking about vintage jewelry, right? This has just happened to unpack it recently. This is one of my most recent purchases. It's one of my new favorite Bakelite bracelets. Can we just give this a little love?
Yeah.
I know. I love this one. All right. Don't sell me this Bakelite piece if you haven't tested it. If you don't know it's Bakelite. That's just the most basic example I can give you. But research has to do with, I think this is Niger Brothers. I've been told it is. No, that is not research. Okay. When we talk about research, we talk about study groups. We talk about your reference books and that type of thing. If you're a longtime jewelry collector, you know what I'm talking about, research. But the point is, when you come into a live sale, you have to have these things down before you sell them to me. We don't guess on it. If you don't know what era this is, I'm not going to buy it from you. I think this is from the 30s. You've lost me. As a seller, as a buyer, excuse me, you have lost me if you don't know what you're selling me. Now, and that's just a fact. We need to come in prepared, because we are the experts. You are the expert during your live sale. You know why? Because you know everything you have back there better than me. You bought it, and you bought it for a reason. So preparation can be deep diving into the designer or the era. Preparation could be the measurements or whatever, but you do have to have your space together, your time figured out, and your curated pieces. When I'm going through my pieces, I'm going in my head what I'm going to say about it. I do that every time I lay out, whether it's a dress, a vintage dress, or a vintage necklace. Okay, I know this is deco, and it's probably 30s based on that clasp. It looks like Niger, but it's Niger era. It's most likely Czech, blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm going to say about it. I know that in my head, I'm prepared. I'm not just going, this is great. Isn't this pretty? I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's Bakelite. Now, I'm not downing that tone of voice. There's some people, most of the world is much lower key than I am. But what I am saying is you can't come in with zero information about your piece. You have to have some research on, you know why? Because I want to hear you, the expert, tell me about why I should buy that. Why should I buy that from you? You're telling me. And that's what I mean by preparation. Now, there's a great deal of more preparation in, I need to see aesthetically what your space looks like, et cetera, et cetera. But preparation, not going in 10 minutes or half an hour before your live sale and go, okay, what am I doing? Be prepared. You would be prepared for any other big event in your life. If you work just a couple to a few hours that week for your live sale, I mean, the dollar amount of your live goes up exponentially. This I can tell you from experience. That's wrong. And again, I'm being very broad here because it's not like a 3-hour masterclass this time, but these are topics that we deep dive into with coaching, and preparation is a whole thing, but you got to have it, is the point, to make the most money. Did I skip anything there?
That was
it was very broad.
No, that was so great. And you guys might have heard the alarm. I'm in Maryland, but we have a tornado warning. I think that's supposed to be for Texas. So I just had to move locations, guys. So talk about things you can't prepare for. This is,
as I look out the window in my Texas, my Texas condo.
Make sure you don't have a tornado near you. But if you guys are in Maryland, there is a very severe tornado warning. So we just went downstairs. So that was amazing. So mistake number 3 is going in blind, which actually you guys might have no idea what that means, but
yes,
Odilia is going to explain. And it actually has to do with static posting.
Yes. What I learned and what I assumed to be true, and it turns out it was, and I see, we've got new sellers coming in day after day after day, right? So a lot of those people are doing live sales. Yes, it is a competitive arena, or more competitive than it was one. Every month, every 6 months it goes by, more live sellers, right? When I started, there's, probably triple the live sellers, and that was just a few years ago. So how do we get around that? Do we think it's been click, or nobody knows me? That's right. Nobody knows you. So you have to have some semblance of, not so much a following as people have to know who you are first. So this is where you come in, you introduce yourself by doing what? By doing some static posts. You know why people came to my first live sale and I really didn't know anyone? Is because I had been posting. So they knew what I was going to sell. And of course, and this goes back to preparation, I grabbed those pieces that I had sold and put them in my, put pieces like that in my marketing video, my marketing post leading up to my live, which is part of preparation. You cannot ignore the pre-marketing of a live. You got to get people in there, right? If you can't sell if you don't have enough people in there. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't have to have 45, 50 people in your live to be successful. I know people are always telling me that, well, so-and-so has so many followers. She's been posting for so much longer and she has 50 people in that live. Okay. I have said this my entire career and it has worked for me. Just trust me. I love me, but not everybody is I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Trust me. I would rather have 15 people in my life or 14 people in my life who are consistently buying, something I have done many times, than 45 people who aren't doing anything but looky-looing. I'm a looky-loo. I just want to have fun and say here. Don't get me wrong. Lives are fun. I love when people just come in and talk and egg me on and cheerlead. And I love that. But at the end of the day, it's about who's purchasing my pieces, who is responding to my live. And I'd rather have, 10, 15, 20 be great people doing that than 40, 50 people who are just there to hang out. And so that's part of that fear comparing yourselves, because I hear people say that all the time. Well, you had so many people in your life. I really didn't. But the people, I will say, if I have 14 people, and I use that number because it has been a number in my lives when other people were having 30 or 40, who don't just buy, but some of them, they just stay. They stay the whole time. And I will say with my lives, the majority of people, they stay. There's nothing worse than having starting with 35, 40 people and you're down to 11 or 15 and no one's really bought anything. The important thing is to have some people I'd rather have 14 people that stay the entire time than people. So forget about that. Forget about number of followers. What you need is a few people who like what you have, who see your pieces and go, I want to hit that live because she has what I have. And if it's 10 people, great. Forget about that number, the followers. People are so wrapped up in how many people are in my live. Who cares? How many people are buying your live? And that's where the not going in blind is. Start static posting. Tell us who you are. Show us who you are. And how are we going to see that? Other than, what are you selling? I had been selling I started on a Thanksgiving weekend posting some of my things. And I was working with the retired 1980s designer Diane Freese at the time. So it was easy for me to like post them. I was in charge of her vintage archives for 3.5 years. It was a great gig. Just me in the US. And I started posting some of her things. And I started posting some of my own personal vintage. And by the time I had my live in January, people knew who I was. They didn't know much about me. They'd never seen me on camera, but they knew what my stuff was. And the people that had bought it or were attracted to it came to my live. And that's what I'm talking about. Just start showing us who you are. And that means, what are you selling? What do you got? Is that something I like? Do we collect the same kind of things? There's no way I could know. Otherwise, I'm going to go to a live of somebody I do know, or somebody I know is going to sell things that I want. That's what about going in blind. It's not so much about preparation, which is the whole other thing, but it's about just get your name out there. And if you don't have a ton of time in between when you joined, then that's where those pre-marketing videos, pre-marketing posts really come in handy. Show us what we're going to see. And part of my coaching is about posting. That's another thing. I may not be great at a lot of the paperwork stuff, but my posts are nothing if not anal retentive. I am like obsessive about my pictures, obsessive about my details in my posts, because I'm always trying to make them more perfect, and that's my own thing. But I want people to see my pieces in the best light. And if you see the pieces in the best light, okay, then they're going to sell. And if you show a whole bunch of those pieces in the best light, they're going to come to your live if that's what you're showing. Anyway, that's a whole other subject we get into. But the point is, don't go in blind. Show us who you are ahead of time so we show up for your live. I want to see what you're going to show me. And if you've got stuff I'm interested in, I'm coming. And Odilia comes to shop. If you don't know me, I am a buyer like you don't believe, more than I ever sold. So as
buying from you, you've done a good job with your promotion and your inventory.
Yes, I prefer to buy from people that are in the same groups. As I have stepped back, I buy even more. I spend a vulgar amount of money on vintage jewelry. I'm just gonna put that out there, but I prefer to buy from people who bought from me all those years and who are new and who are showing me things that, hey, I want to go to that live, and I will spend, and I am not alone. There's a lot of people like me out there. All right.
True.
Number 4, and this is I made up this little saying, and not everybody likes it, but it needs to be said. The second word in live sale is sale. I say that during my live. Sometimes my husband is like my comedy duo partner. Am I right, Sammy? And he will show up in my lives, and he's like, "You're selling that for what?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because the second word in live sale is sale. If you are posting, this is just handy. If I'm posting this for $150 online, if that is the retail, I am not going to sell it for the same amount during a live sale. If that's what I want to get for it, then it's not going in my live sale. My live sale is to give someone a reason to stay. And that means I'm going to sell my fabulous pieces, and all my pieces are fabulous because I curate everything myself. It may not be it might not be everything. It might not be something I would wear or even something I collect, but I love it and I knew somebody would love it. And that's the kind of pieces, that's the kind of reasoning I bring into my lifestyle. I'm not therefore going to sell something retail on a live sale. The live sale is a sale primarily. There got to have a reason to be there. Now, I don't mean you have to have a clearance sale every time, but if I can get something or cheaper, or at the charity shop, at the flea market, at an estate sale, less than you're selling it to me, why would I buy it from you? the point is, you have to have something that's great that I want at a decent price. And I think we forget that a live sale is still a sale. You have to keep my interest. Now, some people have $20 sales and $30 sales, and that's awesome. Yes, that is it. But that's not, and this just works for me. I like to stay in a certain like mean price range. And then I will throw in awesome clearance pieces. And then I have, my word is stars. I have stars. I want to show you guys some of my most amazing pieces. I just got this. It's awesome. And I would sell it for $200 online. I just got it. But you know what? Tonight, it's only going to be $150. That's different. That's different than me selling it for the same price here and on retail. I keep using the same piece to show you. But the point is, there has to be a financial reason for a buyer to stay there as well. And I think we forget that in the excitement of, well, I want to get this and I want to make this and I want to do that. Okay, that's great. But there has to be a reason financially for me to be interested in it. It still needs to be a good, decent price. And if you're going to get put the same price for it on a post, well, that might be like your top retail price. That needs to be lower. I get it. It's a sale. Exactly. And I think that little piece of information, I hope I'm explaining this right, gets lost in the middle of a live sale because people get excited and they were like, I want to make this much and I want to make that much. Okay, but it still has to be a decent price. And then, I love a good clearance live sale. I like to those are fun. But at the same time, if it's a brand new item, I'm going to sell this next week for $200, because I just got it, but I'm not going to make it $200 on my live sale. I'm going to give somebody a chance to get it for, get it less, assuming it fits into my profit range. And if it doesn't, well, it's not going on my live sale. There we go.
I love this. I love this so much. And I think a lot of us too, just to chime in, we see what people are selling things for.
Yes.
Is what they sold for. So when you guys go on platforms like eBay,
yes,
wherever, you actually have to see what it's sold for and like a median price. There are people, they are high in their own supply. And then we think, oh, well, it's supposed to be this price because this is what it's selling for. No. That doesn't mean it's actually going to sell for that amount.
Exactly.
So, and again, this is what Odilia will help you through when she reviews your inventory, when you go step by step, so that you can understand, okay, what is the best price for this? So I actually make money, but the customer is going to grab it and they're not going to hesitate. And,
exactly. And this comes down to researching sold prices, researching, and oh my gosh, don't even get me started, but I'm sorry, I am a stickler of research. And that means do not say, I'm pretty sure, this is Juliana, because I saw, why is that a Juliana? It doesn't look like one to me, because I saw it on Etsy and somebody else was selling it and they called it Juliana. That is not research. That is copying someone who made a mistake. Now, established sellers are nodding their heads right now, go on, girl, preach. But new sellers, they often think that, well, I got on Etsy and somebody else called it. No, that is not research. Study groups, reference book. That's a whole other masterclass that I have done, will continue to do. But the point is, it has to do with preparation and doing your comps. What is this selling for? Well, it's selling for 65. I could actually sell that for 45 because I got so little into it, and I might put that in my live sale. Boom, there's a sale right there. That's what I'm talking about. Doing the right research. Maybe I can keep this at a competitive price, or I can't really keep it at a competitive price in a live sale, so I'm not going to sell it. That's what goes into the prep and all of that. And I love to help with that because that's where separates the men from the boys, right? That's where you get into the money part. That's where you get into how much am I actually going to make, as opposed to, well, this is what I would like to make. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's about those comps. It's about those solds, looking up sold pieces, not what people hope to get on. And, prep. But yes, Live sale. Second word is sale.
Our final mistake. Oh, guys, this is, I mean, I'm relearning. I'm sure you guys are too. So if something resonates, please let us know in the comments. I love seeing your comments. Mistake number 5, our last mistake that Odilia is going to go over before we jump into some really, really exciting offers for you guys. Not following up. Odilia, what does this mean?
Okay, so we've all, if you've been on a live sale, you've seen hashtag replay. Or you've sold replay. Yes, sold hashtag replay means what? We're on the replay. We're getting what's left. Awesome! Yay! I couldn't make the hey. Put hashtag replay if you're watching this class, in the replay. I always say that, hey, if you're going to watch this live sale and replay, put hashtag replay so I know you're visiting me. Awesome. I like to get an idea of who was there live and who wasn't. That's a replay sale. And a replay sale is great. But there's an after sale as well. And I think somebody just touched on it. Somebody lost out on a piece that I know they wanted and they were disappointed on it. I'm going to tell them that I have another one. Somebody won 2 of the same type of items. You know what? I have 2 more. If you're interested, I'll be happy to show you some pics tomorrow and whatever. It takes nothing. The idea is it's extremely low pressure. Now that I've a little bit, that I've been in this biz a while, I will have people actually DM me sometimes during the sale. I lost out on that bracelet. Do you have another one? Absolutely. I actually have 2. Let me show you what I have. That is the after sale. That is the follow-up. That is not just sitting on your laurels going, this is what I made, I'm happy with it, when there is more money to be made, because there are people out there who want more of what you have, and we want to make them happy. We want to give them what they want, but they won't know you have it unless you reach out. So-and-so, or let's hit this way, this item had yay! I remember, oh my gosh, I remember that one. That was great. Oh my gosh, I had my last sale, I had like, I don't know how many, I did this one bracelet that had, I'm not kidding, the most next in lines I've ever seen. I mean, I went back to those next in lines and said, hey, I have a couple more that weren't in the live sale. They're actually this price or whatever. And I mean, of course I sold them, because the idea is there are people who don't know what else you have. That's what they only saw what's in your live sale. They may want more. You can see that they bid on 2 of the same things. Maybe they want one, but they want another. It's just a quick, hey, congrats. I have another one if you like it. Hey, congrats. Do you want to see some more you want to see one in a different color? Hey, I'm sorry you missed out. I have a couple more. Do you want to see them before I list them? That's it. Boom. Simple. That's the after sale as opposed to the resale. And I guess it differs from the upsale. And the upsale is that someone who bought one and obviously wants more. And then the after sale, somebody who hasn't even mentioned it, but you reach out to them because you have you have a feeling from their behavior in the sale that they'd be interested. That's it. It's very low pressure. I am nothing if not low pressure. Hey, this is what you got. No, I don't even do that. Hey, I've got a couple more. You want to see them? Boom. There you go. That's it.
I love this. You can also too, guys. I don't see enough people do this, but say, hey, message me. What are you looking for? If I didn't show it during the live, just send me a message.
Yeah. And Nellie, I just remembered what that black Bakelite horse, that was amazing. I forgot that was you. Hey, Sheila. Nice. But yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't stress this enough. It is such a low pressure thing that I do, because I hate high pressure. I hate people like ramming up my DMs with, hey, you bought this $300 dress 6 months ago. Let me show you. I've got another one. I'm going to give this to you at this price today only, kind of thing. No, that's not my vibe. Yeah. But I am like, hey, you want to see another one? I've got 3 more. I've got another one, a different color. Do you want to see? I'm happy to show you. Yeah. Boom. Sales. The easiest sales, way easier than a live sale, because I just spent like 30 seconds as opposed to like getting ready for a whole live sale. But that is literally money on the table that you are not picking up because you didn't send a few sentences and some DMs, or just nudge somebody who you already know is interested. So you're trying to give them what they want, and that's it. No pressure, easy. But people do it all the time, just like, well, I'm happy with what I did in my lifestyle, and I don't want to bother anybody. You're not bothering anybody. They came to your lifestyle. They want to see it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And you know what? If people say no, I just write back, no worries. Thank you so much for being a valued customer. Exclamation.
Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there. That was fun. See you next time.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, this has been so great. Please thank Odilia in the comments, because she just gave us a I'm trying to think, like a TED Talk.
A TED Talk. An Odilia talk.
Yes, a Odilia TED Talk. Which of these mistakes do you relate to the most? Working from fear, lack of preparation, going in blind, the live sale, like second word in live sale is sale, or follow up? I want to hear from a few people in the comments. Which one do you think you either make the most, or you're like, I can see myself making this. I can see myself making this if I didn't tune into this masterclass tonight.
Sheila, Kathy, love to hear. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear what y'all's feedback is.
Let us know. And I know for a fact, for me, lack of preparation is always it. If I start preparing for a live sale 3 days before, it is unbelievable. I'm calm.
Calm, secure, not rushed. I mean, your greatest asset, time.
I sell more. Nelly, the tech stuff is easy. You don't even have to worry about that. Okay. Sheila, number 2, lack of preparation. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But okay,
very common. It's normal. Just we don't put enough time ahead of it. And remember, you can make this much by putting in half an hour's work, or you can make this much by starting a few days ahead, doing a little work here and there. Boom. Yeah.
Maybe not so much follow up. There you go, Cherie.
That's great, Cherie.
There you go, because you're already crushing it in your live sales. So yeah, guys, I will say that the tech is the least of your worries. Yeah. Once you just get, and it depends on where you're selling, but I know in my community, I pretty much hold your hand and make sure.
Yes, she does. Yes. I don't like the tech part either, Elaine. I hate the tech part. And I'm always waiting for the tech part to like fall down around me. And believe me, it has. There is nothing that hasn't happened. Internet went out. I was on district and I blew it by touching something I shouldn't have. It's all fixable. It is the least of your problems. Once you get rolling again, once you get on there, once you figure out that it really is easy, that's when the fun stuff starts. Plus, I'm always like, what could happen now? The worst has already happened. I've already been through that.
So I see that we have some really great questions. We're going to have a Q&A at the end. So we will go over those questions at the end, because we have about 23 minutes left. I haven't heard a tornado come through yet, guys. But speaking of tech issues, if you lose me, that's why. There's a tornado in Baltimore. I'm sorry, babe?
It touched down in Montgomery County already.
Oh, it touched down already? Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's here yet. Montgomery County is south.
Okay. Anyway, well, it touched down somewhere near us. But long story short, guys, once you get used to going live, it becomes second nature to you. But at the end of the day, a lot of you still have a lot to learn. And there's more to learn than just how to avoid these mistakes. And honestly, as I can see by some of the questions, we didn't have enough time to cover everything we wanted to share with you. Like literally this masterclass could be hours long. We could just be live with you for hours, just, answering your questions, going over things, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is that live selling, at least in your head and with the process of getting started, especially if you're a newbie, it doesn't have to be so hard if you know the right way to go about it. And I hope that today's masterclass helped you to understand that. As you know, because we've showed you with the numbers, live selling can be a lucrative full-time or part-time business. You can and will make real money. You will make money. I can't promise, because it's like a no guarantee thing, but if you follow the directions, you will at least make money at some point in your live sale. Yeah. And the truth is that we want you to make more than just some money. We want you to make real money. Yeah. And Odilia and I have created some really special programs, okay? Some really special packages to literally hold your hand. And I don't want that to be demeaning, but I know that some people tuning in, whether on the live or the replay, are like, yeah, but I'm this and this. I need a human. I don't want to watch a video
I'm a
on
human.
something.
I'm a human.
Exactly. So I want you guys to just let's just take a breath here because we just absorbed a lot of information. I want you to visualize yourself selling 1,000 joy items a year. 1,000. All right. Let's divide that by 12. That's a little bit less than 100 per month. How would that change your resale business? How would selling 1,000 jewelry items a year change your resale business? That is possible with live selling. It is easy, right? It is easy with live selling. And we want to show you how to do that. We want to show you how it is possible for you to reach those numbers and to change your resale career forever. And when I say career, it could be just so that you have money to go buy more jewelry for another $500 a month. Like I said, you don't have to aim for $45,000 or $100,000. Like there is a place for what your goals are, but you still might need some help along the way, at least to get started. And so we've combined forces to create some coaching programs for you. And these coaching programs, I'm about to get to them, very special offers just for you guys in this masterclass. They're not just for the Vintage Jewelry Addicts community. You guys know us, you know me from that community, but this will, help with Whatnot. Whatnot is huge. Okay. It is massive. If you're not selling in Whatnot, you should be. Facebook Lives, which is what I host, Instagram Lives. You can go live on TikTok. You can go live on Poshmark. You can go live on YouTube. Really anywhere you go live, our coaching programs are going to support you to be more successful.
Mm-hmm.
So again, let's visualize again, especially for those of us that are like, how would it feel to know that you had a step-by-step process and real human interaction to help you conquer live sales like a champion? How would that feel? Okay. There's a lot of courses that are sold. There's a lot of guides that are sold, but what about the human interaction? And how would it feel where you literally get a step-by-step play to planning, preparing, launching, selling, succeeding at jewelry live sales on whatever platform of your choice? How would it feel if you had that? And then how would it feel to know you were getting the best deal with the right experts for this niche of resale? Because jewelry is a niche.
Mm-hmm.
You can hire a lot of coaches that do this and this and this, but jewelry resale is going to have its own, how do I say, its own particular things that only a jewelry reseller would know who's an expert. And then how would it feel finally to know that if you follow our steps for success, you will make real money? I love using this phrase, real money, selling vintage jewelry on live sales and beyond. How would that feel, guys? I know I feel excited about it because I love helping people. That is why I have built what I've built, or I would just be a reseller. I would not be building a community. I would not be offering products. I would not be offering coaching. There have been some members of my communities that never sold live before. They started selling live and now they are heroes. They went from zero to hero. They've quit their jobs and now they can live a life that they've always imagined. And again, I'm not saying that this is what you want for yourself.
Right.
If you have some sort of desire, but something's holding you back, I want you to know that we are here for you. Okay. So Odilia and myself, we created something called the All-Star Coaching, Selling, and Learning to Earn package. Okay. This is one of 3 packages. So I want you guys just to hold on. I'm going to go through this really quickly. You're going to be able to check this out after tonight's live. You're going to be able to watch the replay, but listen in because this is just for masterclass viewers. Okay. So the All-Star Coaching package is to help you to stop spinning your wheels. All right. So you're not like, I don't know what I'm doing, to change your results from subpar to stellar. This is for those of us that have already been live sellers or static sellers, so that you can actually increase your income, so that you go from $300 live sale to $500 live sale to $750 plus a live sale. And most importantly, and this is for anyone, whether you're new or intermediate or advanced, to step into vintage jewelry so that this business works for you and it generates income for a lifetime. This is a lifetime business. This is not a I'm 30 years old business. This is not a because I live in this state business. This is wherever you are at whatever age, at whatever point in time. If you even have health ailments or a handicapped, you can do this business. You can, and that's why I love resale, because it really empowers people from all walks of life. So what this all-star package consists of, okay? walk down this path with me. It's amazing. I would jump on this if I were you. You're first going to get 2 coaching sessions with Odilia. All right. She has talked a lot about her coaching, and this is about a $300 value. You're going to get 2 sessions. The first one is basics, and that's going through your jewelry, understanding how to identify it, understanding how to post items for sale, how to promote yourself, answering all your questions. The second session is before a live sale. She's literally going to go over all your inventory with you. She's going to make sure you pick the best ones, the best pieces. You understand what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're showing it, how you're pricing, and you're going to make money. You're going to make real money from these 2 coaching sessions. Okay.
Mm.
You're also going to get a coaching session with me. All right. So I'm going to give you an hour to go over anything, the tech stuff, promoting how to use my Facebook communities, how to use Instagram to promote, how to use anything to promote, so that you have someone who can hold your hand and really guide you through these skills, through these tech skills. And I'm not just talking tech, it could be anything, but you also get 1 hour with me. Okay. You're then going to get 2 Vintage Jewelry Addicts live sales. So these are $45 each per hour. So that's part of this package. And the best part is that Odilia is going to watch one of your choice. She's going to be on that live. She's going to give you written and verbal feedback so that you can actually get feedback like, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I should change. This is what I did right. So that you can then take that feedback and you can improve for your future live sales. I mean, we're really setting you up to success with this coaching package. On top of all of that, you're going to get our educational guides for free. The live sales success course, which is a 10 video module course. It's a $97 value. You get all the like login information. You get to watch the videos. There's like audio, so you can just listen to it. And then you get the following 3 PDFs. You get, or I'm sorry, 2 PDFs. You get the Vintage Jewelry Glossary, which shows you with pictures how to identify jewelry by era, by material, by clasp, et cetera, et cetera. You get a video of Odilia showing you items on a video, how to identify vintage jewelry. And then you also get the Dating Vintage Clothing Guide, which shows you how to identify vintage clothing by era. All right. You get all of that for free. And here's some photos of our educational guide. So we've released these at various times throughout about like the last 2 years. They have been bestsellers. They are evergreen. So it doesn't matter when you choose to learn from them. This information is relevant now. It's relevant in 20 years. Okay. Yeah. Here's a quick flyer showing our live sales success course, which we sold to dozens of students. So if you were to add this all up, I love this guy who's like really scared. If you were to add up all the values, he's like, oh my God, it's $800. It would be $800. It's a lot. It's a lot. We have sold all of this at various points at those price points. So just to be clear, we have sold the masterclass for $47. We've sold the glossary for $47. We've sold coaching for $150. So normally it's $800, but we've packaged it all together for you guys on this masterclass at over 50% off. So you can have everything that I just showed you, that all-star package, for just $350. And guess what, guys? We also just released Afterpay, Klarna, and Affirm. So you can do a payment plan as well, which is so super, okay? So here's the thing, and I'm about to give you guys the link and all the information and how to get it. And don't worry, you're also going to get this emailed to you, but we're not promoting this anywhere else. Like, this is not something that I'm going to put on Facebook tomorrow. Hey, everyone. Like, it's just for our masterclass signups. We had over 80 signups, which was so exciting. And the reason we're doing it this way, guys, is because Odilia is busy. So she's going to be like your person. So we don't, we want to make sure she's available. Like, so that working with her, she's available. So this isn't something that's open all year round. All right. So the next time you might be able to get this deal might be in 6 months when we offer this masterclass again. And then there's also going to be a coupon code for this deal, because we want to make sure that you guys know that you're getting the best deal. So that coupon code is All Star Savings. And the link, and I want you guys to go check it out right now, is I want you guys to head to tinyurl.com/all-star package. That is the landing page to purchase this coaching package for the best deal. You get 2 sessions with Odilia, a session with myself. You get over $350 off. Okay, guys. So when you input that coupon, All Star Savings, you're going to see that Oh, I'm sorry. It's over 450. It's $450 off. You get $450 off so that it's $350. Okay, guys, you have Klarna, you have Afterpay. You know, you can basically make this work for you. You can pay with PayPal, you can pay with credit card. So you guys will see that all on that purchase page. Now, I know these testimonials are not super big, but Odilia has worked with so many boss babes. I mean, if you just want to go talk to people behind the scenes, they will tell you, because we've been doing this coaching on and off for about 2 years. So this is our first time when we've really sold a coaching package.
Yeah.
She has worked with a number of people, and basically the results are there. And so we're just really excited to bring more people into the fold of what she has to offer, so that you guys can benefit, so that you can sell more, so that you can make more money, so that you can have that voice in your head that goes, okay, maybe I need to do things this way to have the most success. So again, guys, that's package number 1. We're about to go through 2 more packages that are lower price points, but that is your best deal. If I were you, I would jump on it. I'd be like, oh my God. I mean, I think I still need to hire Odilia because honestly, I need to learn. So I'm about to pay Odilia to teach me, because we can all get better. And, you know, again, we're here to support you as a seller. You guys are sellers, we're sellers, so that we can all win. So head on
I'm
over.
I'm not gonna interrupt during the packages part, but I just want to say we don't go, oh my, I mean, I do have testimonials, please read them, but we don't go, we guarantee this is what's going to happen, you know, whatever. But
Right.
I know my coaching and I know my, my coachees. And if you listen, if you pay attention and you implement what we talk about, and you're open-minded about your inventory and you're really ready to like see the big picture through other eyes, just have another fresh pair of eyes look at them, and you implement those things, I mean, you're $350 is a very easy get in your first live. And I'm just gonna, I mean, we can't put anything in writing, but I'm just saying this is literally an amount of money you can make up in your first live. I mean, if you listen, I'm pretty darn sure you have a much better than average chance. And I just want to put that out there. Yeah.
And I think that's what's so interesting. You know, I have purchased from other coaches, other people in marketing, right? And, you know, they're selling information, but they're not like selling information that like directly makes you money like right away.
Right.
It's more like long-term return.
Right.
But what we're offering you guys is we're like, you're going to get 2 free lives with this package. Like you're getting 2 coaching sessions. You're getting feedback on your first live sale. You're getting educational products like this. It's just like, there's no way you can't make the money back. I mean, anyway, no guarantees, right? Because we can't, you know, we're not snake oil salesmen here, but also, again, we believe in you. And we know that if you listen, you will begin to believe in yourself even more than you ever did before. So understandably, right? Okay, the all-star package, all right, might not be for you. We have something called the I'm a Winner package. All right, guys, I named all of these packages appropriately. The I'm a Winner package I love because you can just buy 1 or 2 or 3 live sales with Odilia. And she's still going to give you that free written feedback, that verbal feedback with like a voice memo on your live itself. Okay. So you're getting like 1.5 coaching sessions per coaching session you purchase. And this is $147. So the payment plans are still available, right? So you can still use Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm. All you guys have to do is head to tinyurl.com/jewelry coaching. There's no coupon code for this one. It's just straight, you know, blah, blah, blah. You just, you know, pay. If you want to choose 2 sessions, be my guest, but the all-star package, you already get 2 sessions plus another one. So you might as well get the all-star package. But basically this is like an a la carte opportunity for you to purchase a coaching session with Odilia. She's available in June and July. So by purchasing, you can book in the future. So we don't have a problem with that. And again, this is something that we're not like promoting, you know, so this is for our masterclass viewers only. So here's what the purchase page looks like. There's Odilia shopping in New York. She crushed it. Now our third package, which is our lowest price package, and that's especially for anyone who has just come into the world of Vintage Jewelry Addicts live selling. You're like, I don't know, you know, okay, you might still be hesitant. You just want to absorb information. And that's perfect for the Let's Learn package. This is where we're bundling all of these educational products that we have created together. We're due to create another one. It
Yes.
just takes so much time, guys, that it's almost like clear everything from our lives to create them. But the Let's Learn package is that live sales success video training course. So essentially what this is 10 video modules and MP3s you can just listen in. You just log in, you get the login details. It's very easy. You just spend a day watching them. It's probably about 10 hours total.
Yeah.
And this is Odilia and I having a conversation about selling live, right? It's even more than what you guys learned tonight.
Yes.
Vintage
It's going into those things we talked about, prep and all of that. It goes into great detail.
Yes, yes. The Vintage Jewelry Glossary, which is almost 50 pages, it helps you to understand what to look for in vintage jewelry. The Vintage Jewelry Identification Masterclass is a video, so you get that 4-dimensional look at vintage jewelry to understand what it looks like, what to look for, material, testing, etc. And then the Dating Vintage Clothing Guide, which basically goes from the 20s through the 90s, helping you to understand how to identify the era of vintage clothing. So normally all these products at their full retail price would be $218. All of them tonight for you guys is just $47. That's 75% off. So $47, that's a little bit more than $10 per product. Okay. So there's no coupon code for this as well. That link is tinyurl/resale learn. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. And again, all you have to do is head to that page. You also can use payment plans if you so choose. We just really want to make this accessible for everyone. You can use PayPal, so it comes out of whatever amount of money you have in your PayPal right now. And then once you purchase, it's basically going to give you like a list of everything you can download. And then you're going to get an email with everything. So it's very easy. Like you're going to get if you guys want to stay up tonight and learn more, you can purchase this package.
Yeah.
And you stay up all night because it delivers to you automatically. All right, guys. So here are the packages. Let me know in the comments. All right, guys. No pressure. Again, no pressure. But which one of these do you like best for you? Like just based on where you are, what you need to get started. Are you an all-star? Are you a winner? Are you a let's learn? Okay. No judgments here. Let us know in the comments. I know that if I were just getting started, I would totally be an all-star. Because I see the income potential. I'd be like, yeah, that's not a lot of money for me to invest in myself to make that back in my first live sale potentially, and then a lot more, in the future. And this is something I don't talk about a lot, mostly because I was never able to document the numbers. So having a buy, sell Facebook community with live sales where I'm not able to see the numbers of what everyone is selling, I can because I see how many they sold. I don't know for a fact how much these communities have sold, but I estimate, and I've estimated that it's about 10 to 20,000 a month. Okay. That's so much money that gets
It's a lot of money.
So much money. And I'm not the only one here on Facebook. I mean, look, guys, there's other Facebook groups that you can apply all of this knowledge to. And
yes, I mean, a live sale is a live sale.
Live sale is a live sale. And so I want you to. So again, I say that just because I want you to understand how big this world is. So,
yes.
Okay. Cherie is a let's learn. I love it. Sheila is an all-star. Yeah, Sheila. And again, guys, these are all available for you because you are masterclass viewers. We're not promoting this anywhere else. You're going to get emails, so I'm going to send out this replay. I'm going to send out emails. But what I will say, no promises or guarantees. We just legally can't. I mean, anything you guys buy, it's like no promises, no guarantees,
Yeah.
But we really do believe in this. But we are snake oil salesmen, obviously. This is why our products are priced really affordably. If you hire a tax accountant is about $300 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've just really priced it to be accessible so that you guys can take this information and run with it and you don't go into debt. You don't go
exactly. If you buy my coaching and then you don't do anything, do the exact opposite of what we talked about, it might not work. But if you if you're open-minded and you listen and you really like, hey, I'm ready to I think I can do better. I can do this. I just need the confidence and the cheerleading and like the step-by-step and someone to go through my inventory. I mean, it's almost like physiologically impossible that you won't make that money back. But it's just you need somebody. We all need some guidelines. We all need somebody to kind of show us the ropes in areas of our life, and this is just one that I really took to, and I'd love to share them. And I've been doing it off the books forever. People go, what's wrong with my lifestyle? Why didn't I do like you? And I'll tell you what I noticed right off the bat.
Straight shooter.
Yeah.
Shooter. Yes. So guys, LOL. I wrote LOL because I really
LOL.
We're so honest and open and transparent, but there is a catch, right? And here's why. Because if we had the doors open all year round, it would be like, oh, you have some coaching and this and this. Odilia and I really wanted to consolidate this so that we would be really focused on anyone who purchases products. So these special offers do expire in 72 hours. Okay, so you have 72 hours to take advantage. You will get emails, you will get reminders, all the things, but we're not going to be offering this again, so it is to your advantage. And by again, I mean, I don't know when we're going to offer it again. So I would take a screenshot of this page so that you can visit, you can explore, so that you don't lose your opportunity in 72 hours to take advantage of these coaching packages that we created just for you guys. So we've never, ever had these packages before. And I really think there's
Did we lose Sammy? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe she'll come back. The point is, you got the tiny URLs. If you did have the addresses, if we did lose her, I hope it wasn't a hurricane. But I really hope that you enjoyed this masterclass, because I tried to give just a little bit of a view of what I do in coaching, and really, I was basically trying to show that I swear I know what I'm talking about. This is something that I do and that I enjoy, and she's back.
I guess the tornado, whatever is happening outside, just took.
I picked it up where you left off.
This is so funny because it's like we're here trying to calm your nerves about going live, and like there's something going on.
It didn't. You notice I wasn't phased one bit. This stuff happens in lifestyles.
It happens.
Pick right back.
So really quickly, guys, because we are obviously at 9:30, and I am okay. Thank you, Chelsea. I just want to wrap this up with some encouraging words and a chance to answer your questions, which I can still see them, and I see that we have a few. So if you guys want to hop off, now's the time. But I also want to remind you guys, anyone who's here, you don't have anything to lose, right? You're going to get an expert to lead you and guide you so that you get money, results, and success faster. You're not going to be on the struggle bus, okay? You're going to have people to talk to ask questions. You're going to
struggle bus. No struggle bus.
No struggle bus. You're going to get access to products and educational guides that quite honestly aren't available anywhere else, or they're just hard to find. There's not a lot of people who are doing what we're doing because most of us are focused on reselling. I've been in the coaching space since I launched a website in 2010, and I love it. So you know what? Take advantage. And here's the thing, you're going to start an income generating business with a formula that you can continue for a lifetime. Again, resale's not going anywhere. In the year 1996, when people were like, oh, I don't know what this resale thing is. Well, look where we are now. Resale is here. So I'm going to end with just some time and space for questions. I want you guys to ask Odilia questions first. Sheila is asking about the coupon code. Yes, I'm going to answer questions that I see, but if you guys have questions for Odilia,
just throw them out there.
And it's 9:33, so we're going to wrap by 9:43 just to stay on time. And Catherine, we so appreciate you. Catherine is an example.
Aww, thank you, Catherine.
Has the best inventory, and she is nervous. And Catherine, I hope that this converted you. And remember, get a coaching session with Odilia. She'll go over everything so that you know exactly what to do in your live sale. That's that. Okay, so the coupon code we will send, yes. So
Yes.
you guys are going to get an email tonight with all the information and email reminders.
Sheila.
Okay, so I see that we have, thank you, Sheila.
Sheila knows my live sales, so I feel like we're family, but she's seen what I do, and she sees the opportunity. I love that.
Do you use a phone camera or laptop camera? Always phone. Always phone.
I always use phone, except with district. I use my iPad, but I just use my phone all the time.
Yeah. So here's why, Nellie. Your laptop most likely isn't as up to date as your phone.
Correct.
You can't see Facebook comments on a Facebook Live on your desktop. They actually don't show up. At last time I checked, they don't show up. But you're also not going to be able to be vertical. You're going to be horizontal with your laptop. It's
right.
Just the phone is the best. Now here's the catch. If you have older than an iPhone 11 or an Android, I'm trying to think of what that would be. Sometimes there's issues.
Right. But even then, you can still do it. It just helps to have a somewhat updated phone. But even if you don't, it's still very doable.
I had one person though with like an iPhone 8, and we couldn't even hear her. So like the sound wouldn't travel. So, but here's the thing. You guys can just use someone else's phone. You just log into your Facebook account, you go live, and you give them back the phone. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. It is that easy.
It's easy. Okay, so we have, when is your next live, Odilia?
Yeah, that's a good point. A good question. I am open to coaching. I'm open to coaching some of June, but I will be I'll actually be in London for 2 weeks at the end of June, and then in July I am coming back. I am stepping back, but like I said, I've stepped back. I don't do them like weekly and bi-weekly like I used to, but I'm still doing them, and I'll be doing them on Vintage Jewelry Addicts starting back in July, and I'm really excited about it because when I go this long without doing it, I start missing it. Missing my people and missing like this interaction and this fun. And so yes, I promise that you will know when I come back that I'm back. Thank you for asking. I can't wait.
I love this. I love this so much. So Sherry, she just asked a question. She actually has worked with Odilia. Sherry, it's pretty much the same thing. It would just be if you wanted to work with her again for a specific live sale. So I would say that would be if you wanted to take advantage. So yeah,
I like sometimes like we're doing with new people, I like to go do it in this order. And then sometimes I just like people, like I'll just literally go, it's your dime. Tell me what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And they'll be like, good. Because I wanted you to look at some jewelry pieces of mine and tell me what you think. And then I want to talk to you about this one part of my life so I don't get. Because so we can do the basic intro, talk about what we're going to do for your live sale. Let me look at your old live sale or what you're scared of for your first live sale. And then the second one will be, let me see your inventory. I mean, let's just deep dive in what your next live sale is going to be. And then, I mean, sometimes somebody does just want to go, I'll just go, okay, what's your dime? What do you want to talk about? What do you need help with specifically? Yeah. And they will go off in like 3 different tangents. Doesn't matter to me. It's your dime. But I know if you're new, I do really want to go through your inventory because it's going to improve your next live.
Yep. Love that. And I mean, every single time you host a live sale, you have new stuff. Or let's say you guys do a estate sale buyout and you just want to talk to Odilia because Odilia might be like, oh, there's your gems. There's your stars. Oh, by the way, don't undersell that. And that is worth.
Yeah, for sure. This is it's what I do, ladies. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I love to help people make more money. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not a sugar bowl where we run out. There's enough for everybody. Let's have fun.
So Carla, I do love this question. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but I don't know if you noticed, like I ask people to engage and I actually say like at the beginning of every live sale, this is my strategy. I say, okay, who's ready? I want to see 3 people say they're ready. All right. I'm going to get started when 3 people say, and that does help.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any tactics, Odilia.
I just, I mean, this is my personality is I love to talk. And so I love to, to engage. Hey, tell me where you're from. What do you think about this? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am very much in my live sale. I love my inventory. I personally curate everything. I'm like, oh my God, wait till you see this. Okay. So let me tell you a little something about this designer, which is really interesting. And I do that. I talk a lot. And so I like that kind of back and forth. The thing people like about my live sales is, I mean, before I started coaching, people are like, I love your live sale. It's like a little like, what they call it? Like a little classroom every time I go, and it's just part of my personality. That's how I engage. I like to talk about my pieces. My dad's always like, my dad's like loves to like poke in on my live sales. You'd probably sell more if you stop talking so much. That's not my personality. I like to talk. So I just, if you don't, you could be like Sammy, where she asks very direct questions. I am more of like conversationalist, but all you've got to do is sometimes it's like, hey, is anybody out there? What do you think about this? Can I get some love for this piece? What do you think? Tell me what are your thoughts? Sometimes it's as simple as that. There are times when it goes dead. You're like, hey, is anybody out there? What's going on? Tell me what you're doing. Are you still with me? Sometimes I will say that if it gets a little like crickety, because I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I get crickets. I'll be like, we okay out there? And then I don't let it get to me. That's just like the ebb and flow of live sale, the ebb and flow of life, right? And then I just get right back into it. Remember, none of that matters in real time. There are replays. There are people coming in and out. It doesn't have any, like how many comments you're getting at any one time doesn't have anything to do with like how good your live sale is. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving.
It's true. Yeah, Carla, something I want to throw in, and I know your inventory, Carla. So I know you're not going to be giving away necessarily the things that you're selling, but giveaways work great. If you can scatter little giveaways throughout your live sale and maybe even add like trivia or something, it gets
I know Heidi does trivia. There's Amy is great with her giveaways. I am a bundle queen. I am known for my bundles. I love bundles. I love it. I love to do, okay, I'm doing this 80s chunky bundle. Sheila knows. Sheila loves my 80s chunky gold bundle. I am a bundle queen. I think they're so fun and people love them. That's my thing. You're going to find your niches and again, Sherry, there's Sherry. I'm going to use you, Sherry. Sherry's one of my coaching clients, and she's got a very like low, like cool vibe where I'm like, and she has beautiful inventory, and she is capable of running a live sale on her like in a different tone than I. And I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Gosh, I don't know. I'd want to sit through a whole live of somebody who talks as much as I do. But the fact is, it's the same guidelines apply. We get our inventory, we sell them at a good price, and we find our timing, we find our vibe. Odilia, which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? When people show their face throughout the live, or depends on the person? Sherry, we were just talking about that. Okay, Sherry is a behind the scenes kind of chick, right? I know that Sherry doesn't like to show her face all the time. It's different. When you're talking about, if we were talking about vintage fashion, I am pro get out of that camera. I like to Sammy likes to try on the clothes. I love to talk about the clothes, show them, blah, blah, blah. It's different with jewelry. There's more than one way to do it, right? You can show your face. You can not show your face. You can do I've done a hybrid before for another platform just because I wanted to try it out. Whereas I was showing it because that's what people wanted, but I had a mirror out so you could also see my face. That's just my personality. I just came up with it on the spot and I loved it. It depends on you. It depends on the person. That's it. Sherry, I love your lives where you're just showing it. And you don't have to show your face if you're not comfortable with the I like to see the person. I like to see, what's going on. I like to see who's behind the camera, but it doesn't really have any bearing on your sales if you were following the rest of the guidelines. That's it. Yeah.
Here's where I'll chime in. So I think what's interesting about jewelry is that it is nice to be able to really see it.
Yeah.
So when you're showing your face, right, you're going to want to make sure that you hold it close to camera. When you use your tripod and you just point down and it's on your hands, it's instantly pretty close to camera. Mm-hmm. So if you're showing your face, which I support 100% because you build a brand. You just have to be.
It's true.
Learn.
I understand that. Yeah, not everyone's comfortable with it, but we are get in front of that camera proponents. That's true.
Yes, we are. But
it doesn't mean you can't do a good live sale without it.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly.
But look at us. Of course we like being in front of the camera. Sherry, look at us. We're doing it right now.
You totally do right now. Catherine, with a I'm so sorry, Sherry. With a Facebook Live, you shouldn't do music just because Facebook is like that. But you're fine on like Whatnot. You're fine on, YouTube. You wouldn't be because it's copyright. It's because it's copyright.
Yeah, I never do music because of such things. I don't want to get kicked off, and there's always some weird copyright thing. But I mean, on Whatnot, people do it all the time. I like people to hear me. Yeah. Everything I'm saying without the distraction, but it's up to you.
Right. Chelsea, I saw that you booked a live sale. As you know, I'm really busy, but I will be in touch with you. So congratulations. Chelsea will be selling on VintageJewelryAddicts.com. Oh my God, Sherry, you crack us up. You are, I mean, okay.
What'd she say?
She said, if I lose weight, I promise you guys, I will do the whole session in front of
Sherry. I swear to God, what am I doing with you? Sherry and I have had some hilarious coaching sessions. Like I was coaching her while I was in the middle of a manicure. It was hilarious. We were just like, or I think that one was like, were we just talking about, I don't know if that was an actual coaching session. I was like, that's right. I was like, well, I'm doing my nails, so I'm not going to charge you for this one. But we were like, I mean, she is so funny. She's got great inventory, and she is someone we were just going to work on your confidence and your timing, young lady, and you're going to like kick booty.
Yeah. Sherry's next live is Friday night, guys.
Woo!
Yep. So I love it. I love it. All right, guys. I don't see any other questions. I think, there was a question about tech, which you guys get training. You get
Sammy literally holds your hand on all that. It's a good thing because I didn't know any of the tech when I started and I wasn't interested in it. So don't worry about that.
But also if you purchase that all-star, coaching package, you get more one-on-one time with me. So we can literally go into it so that you're just like, I'm ready. And again, these are life skills. It doesn't matter your age. These are skills that will help you for the rest of your life. So we welcome you to take advantage of these packages for the next 72 hours, just for our masterclass viewers. It has been a joy. We had 30 viewers strong, which shows me, right, Odilia, that this information is necessary.
Yes.
And we welcome you to our community. We support you with selling anywhere else and, buy and sell your collection with Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sheila, I can on my coaching call. Yes, I can totally help you with shipping. Shipping jewelry is easy. So you'll be
so easy.
You'll be fine. Oh man, I love it. I love you guys so much. Okay, look later tonight for a replay links to purchase the packages. And remember, you have 72 hours and we hope to see you. Okay, bye guys. Thank you, Carla. Bye guys.